Cyclone Zelia has gone full tilt off of the coast of Western Australia, and specifically around the Port Hedland area. We're going to be looking at a very serious storm system. According to the Bureau of Meteorology and the Bureau of Meteorology scale, this could be a Category 5 storm as it comes on shore. JTWC is saying winds, upwards of 270 to 280 kilometers per hour possible as this nears landfall too. And I mean, take a look at satellite imagery. This definitely has that symmetrical shape. It's pulling in plenty of energy off of those warm waters here off of Western Australia, and also that inner core, that inner eye wall is just exceptionally tight. On microwave imagery, you can just see that inner core tightening up there, and the worry is that inner core where you see kind of the symmetrical pinhole eye trying to form up, or not trying, it already did form up. That's what's going to be coming out of shore around Port Hedland. So a serious storm surge along the coast, but also damaging winds, as I mentioned, 270 kilometers per hour or higher, and of course flooding rains in some of these remote areas, even further inland out here in Western Australia. But of course, cyclone warnings in place from Karasa all the way past Port Hedland, Bass-Tor de Grey, and Wallow Downs. I hope I'm saying most of these correct. I do apologize if I'm not. The point is, anywhere here in the orange, a serious storm system, but especially in that right front quadrant that is towards the east of that center of circulation as this pushes by. But let's take a look at this. This is advanced Dvorak analysis. Of course, we don't have hurricane hunters out here off the coast of Western Australia. It would be nice, but the point is, look at this. Just over the course of a few hours, this has skyrocketed. Let's just say the last 24 hours here, going from a weak tropical depression, winds estimated around 35 knots, now up to 115 to 120 knots sustained, and it is still intensifying and still strengthening. Serious cyclone out here, guys. I'm sure everybody in Port Hedland is well aware of this. This area, not unfamiliar with tropical cyclones, but this one rapidly intensifying could catch people off guard. It's cyclone season, of course, but still, I mean, look at that. Look at that. Just the convection and the flare up, and just over the course of the last few hours, how this rapidly just kind of tightens up here. This, according to JTWC, winds sustained currently at 120 kilometers per hour, but based on their forecast, they do expect it to intensify. You see right here by Friday morning, look at that, 270 as this lingers off the coast. It strengthens, and then once it comes on shore, bam, it's going to fall right apart. It gets cut off from that moisture inflow. The problem is a lot of that moisture is going to fall across a lot of these areas, and those dry floodplains and stuff out here in the outback are definitely going to flood up very quickly. So those communities further towards the south going to feel a big impact from this once it gets cut off from that moisture, and all of this just falls apart and drops a tremendous amount of precipitation. I mean, look at this. Total rainfall accumulation per the ECMWF model, anywhere in the darker red indicates 300 millimeters or plus of rainfall. So definitely a serious flood threat. Not to mention, we're talking about large waves off the coast here. Oh, well, that's not the right graphic. But large waves off the coast here, big surf, and of course that storm surge coming in with it. So a serious storm system. I usually don't cover the South Pacific, but I mean, you can't ignore this one. It is just a, if this was a fish storm, I would say this is the beautiful storm, but the problem is this is too close to shore and definitely is going to be a serious impactor for these coastal communities as it comes on shore. I mean, look at that, just wrapping right up. Visible satellite imagery, a little bit blown out, but if we take a look at this imagery here, kind of see just the circular, very symmetrical. We got plenty of moisture out ahead of it, but it's really this area right in here that is packing that inner core in those tighter winds. And I hope everybody out here in Port Hedland's taking this seriously. If any friends or families in that area, or if you're watching from there, please share your reports. Hopefully this wobbles a little bit further towards the west, so some of those larger communities are not impacted directly by that inner core. But a serious storm here with Cyclone Zelia. I'm meteorologist Robert Speta. Please check out our, hit that like and subscribe button if you like these updates. But of course, number one thing is please stay safe out there, friends.